The city of Baraboo's taxi service will stay up and running for at least another year. Council members made that decision at Tuesday night's meeting after the failed November referendum put the service on the chopping block. Grace Hodak spoke to one man who not only uses the taxi himself, but spent many years driving for it. She has you covered on why he says Baraboo Transit is more than just getting from point A to point B.
Baraboo City Council is figuring out what can stay and what has to go after the 2024 November operational referendum did not pass. One service many people fought hard to keep at Tuesday night's meeting.
Transportation is essential to our community's health and well-being. From January to November of 2024, the taxi service has performed 1,579 one-way rides from St. Clair Meadows.
Please take into consideration keeping the Baraboo taxi.
The board ended up voting to save the shared ride taxi service, also known as Baraboo Transit, through the end of 2025, thanks in part to a $50,000 grant from the SSM Health St. Clair Foundation. But Baraboo Mayor Rob Nelson tells me it's only a short-term solution. Some people say this isn't the first time the taxi service has been on the chopping block.
The city wanted to keep shutting down the cab. We're not fire, we're not ambulance, we're not police, but we still fulfill a vital role for the community.
Charles Ormond lives with MS and relies on Baraboo Transit to get to places like doctor's appointments. But there was a time he sat behind the wheel.
The reason I got into it was I wanted to help people. And I did that for 15 years and I don't regret any of it.
For people like Charles, the taxi service means more than just getting from point A to point B. He says it's about making sure no one in the community feels forgotten.
When I was a cab driver, a lot of the elderly and the disabled, they used the cab to get their food. I didn't understand that at first. Now that I'm in their position, I get it. And they'd get a basket, a complete basket full of food from everything, but then they can't get into the house themselves. So we would do it. And a lot of the people were very thankful for that.
Charles says riders would appreciate that effort, and now he's appreciating the support in return.
It was nice seeing the community coming to rally for these cab drivers.
In Baraboo, Grace Hodak, 27 News.